another podcast. I was gonna do this earlier, but I had things to do. So this is the my favorite of the Bond series, License to Kill. Yes, from 1989, the last Bond movie for several years. The first PG-13 Bond movie. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes. So let's get started right away. I don't want to delay it any longer. This is a very long movie. Not the longest of the series, not by a long shot. Especially with the Bond movies that we got recently, like No Time to Die, Inspector, or where. Here we go. This has my favorite of the series, favorite Bond girl, Pam Bouvier, played by Carrie Lowell. Lowell. She's absolutely delicious, man. Dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yep. I wanted to do this movie because it's over 2 hours long. There we go. Much better. This movie is amazing. It's my favorite Bond movie. I didn't see it first. The first one I saw was Quantum of Solace, and I'm not doing that one this year. I don't have it anyway. Yeah, I have to do this on my phone because my laptop is acting up again. The sound is getting cut off, so I need to get a new laptop. I remember that actor. That's what you call the black guy that was in Last Action Hero, and then you have David Hedison from the original Fly and from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Here we go. Damn. There's Robert Davi as the villain. One of the best villains of the series, easily. Without question, because Davi is already intimidating in a lot of films. He plays a Hispanic here, he's not. Hello. Hello, Katana, the original Katana, not that British chick that was in Mortal Kombat 2. That's Talisa Soto. Yeah, she's the only Spanish girl in this movie. Yeah, she retired a long time ago, but she's still the better Katana than the one in Mortal Kombat 2. Yes, he's hitting a woman. And Josh says that things are toxic now. Back in the 80s, they could hit women and they would not be a controversy because I'm like, some men are abusive. That's just how it is. And this is a movie. This is not real. I Want Your Sex was going to flop because it came out the same weekend as a Spider-Man movie. And it's a movie about BDSM with Olivia Wilde. Again, I love Olivia Wilde. I will see her in anything, but it was a mistake. That movie should have just been released on streaming. No one wants to watch sexual things like that in the theater anymore. After 50 Shades, they kind of gave up on that because they're so uncomfortable about that. Life is cruel sometimes. I wish I had a laptop that actually freaking worked because I have one that's glitchy. I'm gonna have to get another one. Brand new this time, not used. Never get a laptop used. This had 2 commentaries. I heard them already. That's all they had. And it had a feature film frame by frame digital restoration, but that's not really a special feature. The first PG-13 Bond movie. After this, all the Bond movies will be PG-13 from GoldenEye until No Time to Die. All of them. Some things haven't aged well, like him hitting the wife. Again, he's a villain. Damn. And this was Timothy Dalton's last Bond movie. It's sad because he could have done Bond movies until his 50s or 60s, and no, they didn't give him a chance. This this was much darker than Living Daylight, so they kind of like passed on him and just gave it to somebody else. They waited a few more years, and then the rights went back to MGM, and then they cast Pierce Brosnan. The action here is phenomenal, by the way. I finished the Peacemaker season 2 finale. It was kind of weak. Not enough action and just a lot of talking. That's what happened. None. But she's not the real Bond girl that I care about in this movie. It's Pam, the one who comes later. Yeah. Robert Davi plays drug lord Franz Sanchez. Yeah. He's such a legend, man. A legend. So is Timothy Dalton. They're both legend. And Pam Bouvier, Carrie is the hottest American actress I've ever seen in these Bond movies. Because I saw her in this first before I saw Halle Berry. She's the only woman in this franchise, except for Halle Berry, that can pull off the short hair. Hello. That's a good line. Yes, this one is a little bit darker, but so were the Daniel Craig movies. They were dead serious. They hardly ever put comedy in it. Bam, bam. That's a good stunt. At least I could still do a podcast on this phone. It's a good thing I can, because I'm not going to take off and be gone for a month. Next week, I'm going to take a break. So after these podcasts I do this week, I'm going to take a little break. I need it. I need to recharge my batteries. I've been doing podcasts most of the summer. James wanted to get married, and he can't. Unfortunately, because Bond tried to get married in Her Majesty's Secret Service, and she died. Hold on. It's got a hole in it. Good afternoon, John. Since this is a Bond movie, I just want to say, unlike No Time to Die, this movie doesn't have scenes that go on forever. It is long. It's a long movie. It's not short, but it's not 2.5 hours. I checked. It says 2:13. It's a cool opening. License, spelled with a C. To Kill. Hell yeah. Carrie Lowell. Delicious. Hello, titties. Anthony Zerbe, he's in the movie. You got Everett McGill, Frank McRae, Desmond Llewellyn. He did all of them until 1999's World Is Not Enough. Benicio del Toro. This is what he did before he won an Oscar. Yeah. David Hedison. Yes, ma'am. Harry Tagawa, rest in peace, man. Pedro Armendariz as President Lopez, and Wayne Newton as Professor Joe Butcher. Oh, Wayne Newton's in this movie. I forgot. Because I'm sorry, No Time to Die is way too long. It's almost 3 hours long. It does not need to be that long. The song is good. It's a banger. You will? I knew there was going to be a delay flight because it was raining all day today. It's just doing light rain now. So sing it, baby. Sing it. It's a good song. Michael Kamen, he did the music. He did Die Hard. This was before. This was after Die Hard, 1988-9. Asian woman. Let's face it, heterosexual men watch these movies because Bond is such a player. 2 people wrote this, not 4. Michael Wilson and Richard Maybaum. Albert Broccoli. John Glenn, yeah, he directed most of these films, not all of them. After this, he didn't direct any of them in the 90s or the 2000s. It was Martin Campbell did GoldenEye. It's a good opening. We're 11 minutes in. $139 charges. Did you hear that, folks? Robert Davi really sells it, and he does the accent well. For not being Hispanic, he did a good job. Like, that's racist. Dan Hedaya did the same thing, and he's part Hispanic, but he's not full. He was the villain in Commando. Man, he's so intense. He's scary without even flinching. He just has this very scary looking face. Robert Davi. I would never want to piss him off because he looks scary. If you see him in this and the Goonies, yeah, he's a very. I think she. Anything with a woman with a knife, yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to ever see a woman with a knife. I don't even like seeing women chop meat because it's scary. There she is. Oh my god. That is one of the sexiest women I have ever seen in my life. Definitely the hottest Bond girl. She's so simple. She cuts her hair and she has that hot one-piece bikini, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I miss David Hedison. May he rest in peace. I wish I could meet her at Comic-Con. I would love that. I'd be like, you're the sexiest Bond woman I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, and there's a lot of sexy Bond women, don't get me wrong. Half of them are like gorgeous. Some of them are underwhelming. Just to say, that's all I'm gonna say. Not my taste. But a lot of them are. Halle Berry, her, Ana de Armas, who else? Olga Kurylenko. She's pretty attractive. I just wish she did more. And Miran Diabo's decent in the last movie that I did. So he does get married, but I think she dies. Right? Let me see. James Bond turns renegade to hunt down a master criminal in this post-punting thriller. His portrayal who leaves the British service and begins after his friend is brutally murdered. Yeah, his friend is brutally murdered. This is gonna take 2 hours, so that's fine. I got all day. Monday Night Raw doesn't start till 8 o'clock at night, so I got plenty of time. After this, Dalton did The Rocketeer, so he played a good villain. That looks like the same bridge from True Lies. It's not, though. I normally do these podcasts in the morning, but tomorrow I'll do it in the morning. Get it over with. Because I have a dog I have to take care of. Sorry, guys. Yep, right in the face. Traitor. It's a good stunt. That was a real car. That wasn't CGI. There's no CG in this movie. Wait. Hold on. Let's put these coins in here. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to throw these out. Throw one of these out. I'll just put these quarters in here. And the rest of it I could just put in this pocket. For tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Wait. No, I thought they got married, not James Garter. No, it's actually the bouquet you throw. Dalton is so suave, man. I know. Yeah. Of course they kill Felix off. They have to. Bond has to have a reason to fight and have a license to kill. License to kill. Also, this is the most American Bond movie because there's a lot of American actors in this movie, unlike in some of the other ones. Because Davi is American, Salisa Soto is Puerto Rican, which again, that's a U.S. territory, not a foreign country. Yeah, I called it, okay? PR is not a foreign country. It looks like the flag looks just like the American flag, just with one star. Have you seen Fantastic Four? No. First Steps, I'm still waiting. I'm on a high for Marvel because of Spider-Man, but I want to see more Spider-Man, not Fantastic Four. That did everything Fantastic Four First Steps couldn't do. Make monies. Lots of money. Please the critics, please the audiences, and give us a thrill of a lifetime, dude. I was never going to get that with two Brits playing Sue Storm and Johnny Storm. That was never going to happen, guys. Davi is just a legend, man. I love this man. They underused him in there's Benicio del Toro, very young at the time, because this was 1989. He was very young. He was unknown. He's a Puerto Rican. He's clean. He's clean shaven. He's so intimidating, man. I'm shocked that Benicio del Toro didn't do another Bond movie. He asked for this as a nod, and also that Antonio Banderas was never in a Bond movie. Ugh, is that a slab of meat? This movie got darker, yeah. Poor David Hedison. He was in a couple of the films. That's Felix. How old was Benicio del Toro? Like 25 when he did this? Because this was decades ago. I was 4 when this came out. I was too young to see it. I did see PG-13 movies in the 80s and the early 90s, like Batman. I saw that movie when I was a kid. I wasn't supposed to, but I love Batman, so I wasn't scared to watch it. And I also saw Independence Day as a kid. I saw Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and what else? Mars Attacks, but I hated that. Traitor. Not by today's standards. Max load 2.9 tons. They're sharks. Yep, there is. Like owing people taxes. What a legend, man. No, Jaws, no. Oh, this is a very underrated James Bond movie. I miss Sean Connery a lot. No, Sean Connery's not in this movie, Spidey. This is Timothy Dalton. See? Connery, his last movie was Never Say Never Again. That was his last Bond movie. That was unofficial because it's a remake of his Thunderball movie. I miss Connery too, but he was doing Last Crusade in 1989. I miss him a lot though. He was the first Bond officially in a movie. Because I don't count Casino Royale from the 60s. I don't count that. Dalton is a boss, man. See, he's manly without having all that facial hair. Because Bond doesn't need facial hair. And he was good in Toy Story 3 as that porcupine that does Shakespeare. He does a good job with that. It's not a major character, but he's fine. Poor Felix, man. Look at those palm trees, man. Oh, man. Because Dalton has those blue eyes, and they're so, they're so intriguing and riveting. I'll do one of Connery's films. I'm just gonna wait till the fall because I'm like the next one I'm gonna do GoldenEye in September because that's the only other Pierce Brosnan movie I have of the Bond movies. I did Die Another Day. I didn't do Die Another Day. I did Tomorrow Never Dies on Netflix. Timothy Dalton was good. It was a good Bond. He deserved to do a third film. Instead, he had to play a parody of Bond, Damian Drake, in Looney Tunes Back in Action. Because that's a nod to him being James Bond. My personal favorite. Because, like I said, he never did a bad Bond movie. Most of the others did. Connery did at least one or two bad ones. Roger Moore did at least one bad one. And Pierce Brosnan. And definitely Daniel Craig. Like, 2 of them was just so boring. Good God. Spectre bored me to death. It was like Skyfall, but longer and way more padded out. And I'm like, it didn't need to be that long. Spider-Man Brand New Day is a long movie, but it's not 2.5 hours. People keep saying it is. It's not. I clocked it. It's like 2:14. Also, but they killed his wife. for no reason. The Rocketeer played a good villain. Yeah, that shark bit off his leg. Colombians. That's the villains here. Even though Robert Davi is Jewish and Benicio del Toro and Talisa Soto are Puerto Rican, they're not Colombian. I don't want to lose my leg. I got an injury last week. I don't want a shark to bite me. Ever. We're 26 minutes in, and I don't feel the length of the. I don't even feel the length of this movie that much. The other Bond movies I do, because oh my God, Die Another Day was long, and you could have cut at least two characters out. You don't need Rosamund Pike. She's not attractive to me, guys. Oh, I'm gonna be naked, and you're gonna see nothing. It's a PG-13 movie. You're not gonna get a lot of nudity in PG-13 land, especially now. And Her Majesty's Secret Service, yeah, and Skyfall are very boring. Skyfall's good, it's just too long, Spidey. It's too long. It is way too long. It's trying to be the Dark Knight. I'm like, why are you that long? That whole subplot with Albert Finney in that house, that could have been cut. That was not needed for the film. It was padding. And the Asian girl, you shouldn't have killed her off. You shouldn't have killed her off. The hot Asian chick, French chick, they killed her off and they shouldn't have done that. I just think Skyfall's too long. It needed to be shorter. I'm not gonna buy a shark. All male. Shark Hunter 2. A Shark Hunter. Yeah, this has a pretty decent pace for a 2 hour and 13-minute movie, not counting the end credits. Because I don't count the end credits. There's no post-credit stinger. It doesn't say Bond will be back in GoldenEye because GoldenEye wasn't greenlit until the 90s, in the mid 90s. That shark looks like the one from Jaws: The Revenge, but it's still a better effect than Jaws: The Revenge. That was just garbage. The shark roars. Sharks don't do that. Roar! They don't do that. Sorry. Look at that shark. Please don't copyright me through YouTube. It's just a whistle. Look at that. And this film still looks amazing, even after 30 something years, almost 40 years, 37 years, I believe. Yeah, it still is amazing. Drugs. They're smuggling drugs. $30 in. It also has that Die Hard feel because Die Hard came out a year before this, so it's 2 hours and some minutes, just like Die Hard. Out of here. Don't make Tom Holland James Bond. We don't need it. He's already Spider-Man. Eat shrimp, buddy. Or is that calamari? I don't know. This is underrated. I don't get why people hate this movie. This is the first of its kind. The first PG-13 Bond. It's any day over Jaws of Revenge. Yeah, because this is well written compared to Jaws of Revenge. The sharks don't have psychic powers, and they don't roar. And they can't do what they're supposed to do. Kill somebody or hurt somebody. Music sounds like it sounds a little bit like the score from Psycho. Dun dun, yeah. It's very Psycho, even though this composer is not the guy that did Psycho. Again, this guy's a traitor, and he's not the main villain. Robert Davi's the main villain, and you only need one villain. You don't need multiple villains, guys. Sometimes comic book movies have a problem with putting too many villains in their movies. Look at X-Men 3. Look at Spider-Man 3. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Even some of the Batman movies have too many villains, like Batman and Robin. Or The Dark Knight Rises. You don't need two villains. You only need one compelling villain. And that will carry a movie. Yep, take that. Money is the root of all evil, guys. If you don't spend it well or invest it, you're screwed. You're cursed. Yep, this guy dies. It's a good joke. One villain is enough. You don't need 10 villains. You know why Spider-Man Brand New Day worked? Because it didn't feel overstuffed. There's some characters, like I said, that could have been cut out. Yelena and the Spanish lady. If you cut them out, it would not make a difference. Someone else could have given Spidey some, oh, this crime is happening and all that. They only put that lady because she was in The Bear. I haven't watched The Bear. We know. I've never seen not the movie The Bear, the TV show on Hulu, The Bear. I've never watched it. It's about cooking and people cursing at each other and such. I like some of the actors on The Bear, just don't really care for the show itself. Hey, you're not the villain. 137. Exactly. Oh, baby. Vendetta. Really? For now. You're making a big mistake. He's the main character. Yep. Bond is always going to have a license to kill. He's an anti hero. I mean, he sleeps with women in most of the films, and he kills. Usually, guys will not do that if they were nice. It will kill if he has to. Anti heroes kill. Yeah, it's a good scene. It's short. See, doesn't drag on for 5 or 10 minutes long. Every scene with Yelena is like, I'm going to give you the information, and she talks for like 5 minutes. You're boring, okay? You're boring. I said that since the first Black Widow movie in 2021. You can't act. You're boring. Get out of my face. You bent. Oh, look at those legs. I'm not an anti-hero. Well, I am, Josh. I have to kill bugs every day. You know how many bugs are in my house? And I'm not even a filthy person. It's just my dad doesn't mop the floor. I gotta mop it in a couple of days. She has amazing legs, but Carrie Lowe is she's my baby in this movie. I am an anti-hero because I'm like I said, I do good deeds, but if you cross me, yeah, you're not gonna like it. He's hitting on a married woman. Batman is also an anti-hero, and Mando, and Wolverine because they will kill if they have to. Manta rays. I don't like those things. Manta rays. That's what killed Steve Irwin, man. Not a shark, not a shark or a crocodile, but a freaking manta ray. Well, it's a fake manta ray. It's a disguise. I'm just glad this movie is not 3 hours long. I'm not doing any 3 hour movies anytime soon. If I do The Abyss, I'm doing the theatrical cut. It's like 2 hours and 11 minutes too. It's not 3 hours because James Cameron doesn't know what a short movie is anymore. He hasn't made a short movie since Terminator, the first one. After that, every movie he does is over 2 hours or 3 hours because he likes padding a movie out. Yep, surprise. Blue. There's a lot of blue in this movie. Carrie doesn't do anything until the second half of the film, but when she comes in with that short hair and that sexy outfit, I'm like, yeah. Oh my god, she's just a firecracker. See, they have blue shirts, like Star Trek uniforms. It's a lot of blue in the movie, and I like that. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. Oh yeah, now the sun wants to come out. It rained all day, and now the sun wants to come out. Too little, too late. Some director thought padding a movie out will definitely make audiences say it is an epic. No, Spidey was epic because it was emotional, it was action packed, it was funny, and it had great, it had great pacing. For something that long, it could have been a drag. It should have been as long as Across the Spider Verse, but it was not. That felt longer because there were too many characters. I said that when I reviewed it years ago. You need Miles, Gwen, a villain, and maybe like two new characters. You don't need 15 characters, guys. They overdid it. That's the problem. That's why that didn't make a billion. And this is almost at a billion in one weekend. Beyond has to be short. Doesn't need to be 3 hours long. Kids cannot sit in the theater that long. Miles can sell a movie, yeah, but he needs to be short and sweet. 2 hours. That's all you're getting from me. Not 3 hours. Please don't make it 3 hours. You're going to love it, Josh. People aren't going to see Beyond. You're wrong. You're completely wrong. You're damn wrong because after this movie, Beyond is going to make a billion in a weekend too. Watch. It's going to make $1 billion. They're going to go do a recap of what happened in the last movie because I know that's what they're going to do. And Miles G. Morales, who knows? This could be a better character than some other characters we got. Because I don't care about Spider-Punk. I don't like him. I don't like his British accent or anything like that. I think it's forced in there because they're like we don't have enough. We don't have enough British Spider-Man, even though Tom Holland is one. But whatever. They're gonna see Beyond. Get over yourself. I'm not gonna see Beyond. Yes. People have loved these movies, and they're gonna see it. She has short hair too. That's why this movie is darker. Yeah. No. I don't like to get hit. She's lovely, but Carrie is the woman of my dreams in this movie. She's in her 60s now and still looks amazing. Never change, Carrie. Never change. You're a gorgeous woman. Would love to meet her at Comic Con. If they say she's going, I'm going to meet her first because I have to meet a woman at a convention. That is my. That was awesome. That was badass. That was compliments of Sharky. That was cool. I have to meet a woman at every convention because that's my sworn duty. Swim, Bond, swim. People are going to see Beyond. You're just wrong because of your anxiety. I am moving. When it comes out, I'm going to wear my costume for that too. And I don't think it'll sell out as much because it's coming out in June, not July. But people want to go see movies in the theater. Comic book movies aren't dead yet until after Secret Wars. Then it'll take a break. But for now, we got to get Miles into the MCU. One way or another. That's it. We don't discuss it anymore. She is a beautiful woman, Spidey, yes. I want to brush a girl's hair. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to stroke it. At least she still has her hair. Look at those fish. Those are real fish. No CG in this movie. Cocaine. That stuff kills you, man. Sentinel Prime, no. The Sentinels from X-Men, no. Yep. He's Yep, he's stabbing it all. 46 minutes in. Missed. They try to shoot him with a spear gun. Damn, they're trying to drown Bond. The score in this movie is very good. Yeah, it is. Not my oxygen tank. That's a good stunt. Whee! Yep, I'm hanging on for dear life. Before Tom Cruise, there was Timothy Dalton. Cruise didn't do this until late into his career. Bye. Yeah, he's dead. You're dead now. Adios. Revoke his license to kill, will you? No. You die. All that money you'd have wasted. So the money hit him in the face. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Yep. Yep. He got away. At least my leg's starting to heal. Good. I had an accident. I don't want to show it because I don't want YouTube to get, distraught. They don't like to see people's injuries on camera because then they think then it's too, it's a guideline strike. You can't show violence or disturbing images. We're almost halfway through the movie. A lot has happened. Yeah, Carrie's not in the first hour. We see her once, and in the second half, she shows up big. Big time. A disc. Sony's going to get rid of those in 2 years. Fools. You're just going to make people want to buy PS4s and PS3s and other game systems that you can use discs for. Deceased, yep. All deceased. Active. Pam Bouvier, yep. The gorgeous woman you saw early in the film. The main woman in the movie after they introduced Talisa Soto's character. Barrelhead Bar. Yep, a strip. It's a bar, not a strip club, because you know it's. This is this is a PG-13 movie. Bouvier. Bouvier, it's French. Hello, gorgeous woman. Oh, Carrie. This is what. This is one of the few women that could cut her hair short and look sexier. Her and Captain Marvel probably, and of course Lucy Loud. Her face looks familiar, but like it's actually Rachel Blanchard has a face like that from Road Trip. Yeah, she has that face. I can't believe that's Benicio del Toro when he was young. It's like seeing Charles Bronson when he was young in the 50s. He had no facial hair and he wasn't old until he did the Death Wish sequels. Bouvier. That's French. Numb. You saw he has a gold tooth. Yeah, that's kind of racist. There's nobody black with gold teeth in this movie because, again, this was the late 80s. That was cheap in the 1980s. $3.50 for 2 bottles of beer. Now they're like $12 for 2 bottles. He's had enough. That's good. Yeah, see, there's some jokes in the movie. It's not yucks like Deadpool or Bat. That was pretty awesome. Take that. Go win your Oscar in a couple of years. A bar fight. You got to have that in a movie like this. Remember Mean Streets had it? That movie's actually shorter than this. Nice. We're almost an hour in. Dirty love. Oh no, not the Marlin. No, no. That Marlin could poke you right in the face, man. That's right, woman. Yes. She's such a badass character, man. And so sexy. They're trying to hit the stripper or exotic dancer. That was cool. She's way better than Christmas Jones in The World Is Not Enough. Yeah, I love meeting Denise Richards, but she was not a great Bond girl. Looked hot, but she's not a scientist, guys. Pam is the full package, man. Go, girl, go. See, they shot her, but she didn't die. She's okay. She's pretending to be dead. Oh, that smile. Yes. Yeah, it saved her life. Of course, she's not gonna die. Yes. She is so hot, man. She's tough and she's feminine. And they're out of fuel. Should have filled up the boat. Yeah. Yes. 57 minutes in. Um. Mm, mm. Negotiating is so sexy, isn't it? Yeah. Mm. She is stunning, man. Absolutely stunning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get it? Honk honk. Mm. Yeah, he's older than her, but I don't care. She's older than me, and she's just stunning, man. I was only a kid when this came out in the theaters. The boat's still moving, even though there's no fuel. Sir. They don't say sir. They say sir. I only watch these movies for Bond and, of course, these gorgeous women. And the action. The action's good. Most of these movies have amazing action sequence. Even the worst movies still have some, at least one memorable action scene. No Time to Die, the action was not the problem with the movie. It was the pacing. Isthmus City. I don't know where that is. I think that's in Colombia. I'll just mute this for a second. This is in Colombia, I think, not Cuba. That's Colombia. Oh no, that's not the Colombian flag. Where is it? Her hair is amazing. Also, the Russos did the Avengers. Yeah, the audience epic. Yeah, they made it epic because, again, that was when they were trying. When they did all these Netflix movies, they failed because it was out of their jurisdiction. They didn't have Marvel's backing. They had to do their own stories, and they failed. I could lie down because this is a long movie. Hold on. Put this over here. Got to bring it down. Yeah, six. This is not Mexico. That wasn't the Mexican flag. She is beautiful, man. I love looking at her. Yeah, I want to do that in the fall. Ismu. I would check it out, but I can't. I think that's Argentina because it's got a blue flag. It's not Mexico, and Colombia doesn't have blue. So I guess it's Argentina. He's charismatic, man. Robert Davi. He's a good villain, intimidating without having to yell. James Gunn. He doesn't have to have a villain screaming every 5 minutes like Guardians 3 or Nicholas Hoult, where he's just screaming a lot. I'm like, why? Because they're British. They have to be loud. Timothy Dalton is not that. He's not screaming in every line. Look at her hair. Um, Look at that beautiful hair. She's got that not Luna Loud. What's her name? Trinity from the Matrix look, and this was 10 years before the Matrix. Oh, Carrie. Oh my God. Oh, and her voice is so sexy, man. Doctor's like, I can't express myself. Well, I can. I act like a wolf when I see women. Hey, Wayne Newton. He's still alive too. You saw he has an iguana right on his shoulder. That's a beautiful dress. Red. Wayne Newton has a decent track record of being in films. It's funny they don't put subtitles in this movie. They could have put a few. An iguana. Some people eat that. Lizards have edible meat. Some of them. Non-poisonous lizards. There's Carrie. I miss him so much. Look how sexy she is. Oh my God. Bond likes to gamble, drink, and use his guns and be with women. Again, he looks like Wayne Newton looks like he looks like Bruce Campbell in this movie. I don't gamble because I want to use my money for a good investment. 64 minutes and there's not a lot of curse words in the movie because it's PG-13. It was a new rating at the time in 1989. It was only around for like 5 years. Now the highest grossing movies of all time are PG-13, guys. Avatar, Titanic, Barbie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, the DC movies, PG-13. The very few that are like Deadpool, Logan, or not Logan, Deadpool and Wolverine and Joker are like the only two R-rated movies, comic book movies that are $1 billion hit. I believe so. Yeah. Oh, my neck. I really need a massage, man. Oh. They have a CRTV. I remember those. Yeah, because half of the MCU movies that made $1 billion or $2 billion are PG-13, except for Deadpool and Wolverine. DC, the Aquaman made $1 billion. The Dark Knight Rises, and Joker. That's it. Everything else made less than that. She's a looker, but I just love Carrie. Just way more hotter. Not stirred. Yep. Shaken, not stirred. Has beautiful eyes and that face. Oh. There's Carrie. I miss him so much, man. When I found out he died last year, I was like, wow. The best Shang Tsung passed away. But he left us his movies and his talent. And Dalton has a very calm voice. If this was Christian Bale, this is why he's never been Bond, because he would scream a lot. He did that a lot in Terminator. Why? Because he's stressed out. I don't know. And he's Welsh, because he screamed a lot on the set of that movie and in the movie itself. We are all dead! Again, you don't have to scream. John Connor doesn't need to scream all the time. Asians, not Orientals. Someday. Loco. That polo is loco. Remember that in Despicable Me 2? Yeah, she's so cute. Ugh. Oh, Pam. You're every man's desire, man. Still my favorite Bond girl. I've never seen a woman more sexy than this, unless Caitlin Dever does a Bond movie. Then she could give her a run for her money. The score is pretty intimidating. It's like, it is. Look at that lizard. Villain. Hi, I'm the villain. Again, that's what these old movies did. They had the villain and the hero meet each other, and they did try to be friends, but no, they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Carrie didn't even have any dialogue in the movie. He was basically a cameo because he wasn't a big actor in the 80s. He was big in the 90s. I have a special talent. Yeah, he does. There's a reason. There's a reason this franchise is almost like what 60. It's over 60 years old because it came out. Doctor No was in the early 60s, so yeah, it's been over 60 years, and they're still making them. I mean, they're gonna make another one, but they gotta catch some. They gotta cast somebody good. I don't want Jacob Elordi. He's not even British. He's Australian. Wuthering Heights was a flop, guys. Can we please get somebody new that's either British or Welsh or something that's not Australian, because that's not British. Bond needs to be a British or a man from the UK, because with this franchise, it's there's a few exceptions of a casting that needs to be something foreign because he's a foreign character in the books and in every movie. I don't want some British woman. No, that's not James Bond. Sorry, I tried that in No Time to Die and I saw through that BS. Lashana Lynch, you are not James Bond. You're not even Captain Marvel, because Wanda made you her bitch. Oh, that woman's hair. Ugh. Ugh. Even that Asian girl. Lovely. I love sparkling dresses on women. It's hard finding new people. No, it's not. Unknowns, Josh. That's how they found Tom Holland. He was an unknown actor when they cast him as Spider-Man. It's not like he had done... Get a Scottish girl or something. Yeah, for a girl, that's fine. Just reminded me of Multiverse of Madness Wanda. Again, Josh, after what Sadie Sink does, you're going to be reminded of Wanda a lot in the movie when you see it. Because her powers can rival her finger twirling. Yeah. Because, oh, that is so hot. Yes. Yes. She took she tripped a little bit. I'm like, yeah. Again, this is why this is the hottest woman I have ever seen in a Bond movie. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of them. In the next movie, you have Isabella Scorupco or something like that. She's Polish and she is hot as hell too. But she didn't have as much to do as this girl does. Don't get me wrong, Isabella is gorgeous. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure Sadie Isabella, she is. And I like that she keeps to herself in the movie and she can act with her face and her eyes more than Sophie Turner did in Dark Phoenix. Hey, Q. Well, he has to be in every movie. I miss him. I miss him a lot. He was a good actor, and he always has to show up. He's like Stan Lee in all those Marvel movies between Phase 1 and 3. Plus, this man lived a long life. He was middle-aged when he did the first film. Because in Doctor No, that was 1960 something. Kodak. Like, Dentonite. The Q's the best, man. This Q. I didn't like the Q in the later films. I didn't mind John Cleese. It's just they didn't give him much to do. But the Q in the prequels, to Bond, I'm like, why? He has glasses and looks nothing like Desmond Wellman. See, even as an old man, he still knows what a woman is. .220 bullets. Yeah, now they have facial recognition. It's a laser beam. That is awesome. Where's the cell phones that have that? A laser beam? The picture got made in 2 seconds. That's impossible. You're supposed to wave the picture like this with those flash cameras. Oh my god. I think that's Argentina, yeah. That doesn't look like the flag from... You're not gonna forget about Wanda because there's hints of her being in Secret Wars because they're trying to do the House of M storyline, which they're probably gonna do. And they're getting more mutants into the MCU. That means she's a mutant. And so is Miss Marvel. She's a mutant. Unknowns don't always work, I know, but Eva Carlton's not an unknown, and I would love to see her as as a Bond girl just doing voice acting. I need to hear that voice again. It's too sexy. It's like Carrie. I miss her. She hasn't done a movie in a while. I could have seen her in 10 movies with her in this franchise. She never came back because after this again, did I mention that they didn't do another Bond movie for like what 6 years after this? 1990, 1991, 92, 93, 94, 95. 6 years. Then they got Pierce Brosnan again. He wasn't an unknown at the time. He did Mrs. Doubtfire and he did that Remington Steele show in the UK. But once he got Bond, he soared, man. And he was kind of like my Bond growing up because GoldenEye came out when I was 10. So, and I did play the game. I played it in my friend's house. The GoldenEye video game, multiplayer. Unknowns don't always work, but sometimes they do. That's got to be Argentina, I'm telling you. There's Carrie's his first line and 77 minutes in. Carrie finally talks in the movie 77 minutes in. Boobs. They're statues. Don't worry, YouTube. There's no reason to think. Uh oh, pigeons. Wanda's using the toothpaste. You keep saying Wanda's dead, Josh. How do you know that? You didn't see her funeral. When Tony died, they gave him a funeral, and they did that to several other characters. Well, not Black Widow, but they did acknowledge her at the end of in the beginning of Far From Home. You saw that's a fake cigarette. And besides, I miss Elizabeth Olsen. It's not like she's 90. Logan died and he came back. So what's your explanation for that, Josh? They got a different Wolverine from another timeline, but they got the same actor back. Destroyed the building, collapsed on her. She could have survived that. She could have went through a portal and went into the X-Men universe. You don't know. You don't know what Marvel has up for next for the multiverse saga. We're still not done yet. We saw Peter Parker died in Into the Spider-Verse and he came back. Again, characters don't stay dead forever unless the actor dies, and even then they recast. That's what they did with poor T'Challa, even though that actor is not going to replace Boseman's legacy. I'm sorry. Or Shuri, because I'm like, Shuri was so underwhelming in the last movie that she was in the costume at the end. Weak. Oh, Carrie, I miss you so much, man. I never thought I would miss a man so much. At least he only passed away last year, not like last week. There's no one that could go through a portal. Yeah, again, you don't know that, Josh. She's pregnant now, but a year from now, she can be in the MCU again. Karen's not, because she's done. She's over it. She just had a baby and did a Jumanji, and I'm like, I'm shocked that she looks as good as she does after having a baby. She looks exactly the same, just a little bit older than the first Jumanji sequel. Oh, Desmond, well, may you rest in peace, man. More beautiful women, yes. Hello. See, men know what women are. It's a good movie. There's a little bit of padding here in the middle, but again, the third act is phenomenal. Because then you get Carrie in that outfit, and I am like It's her, uh, it's her Tomcats moment, and this was a couple years before Tomcats. 223. The music is still amazing in these movies. They cut away. They didn't even let him get a line in the movie. It's like saying Elizabeth won't go to Comic Cons because she's pregnant. Well, at D23, Tiana Paris was there and she was pregnant. Again, women can show their bellies. Even Karen was there like last year, I think, pregnant. Again, never say never. That guy looks white. But in Argentina, some people are light skinned. I know, like the girl from Christmas with the Cranks. I thought she was white. Unfortunately, she's not. Pam? Uh oh, he hit him. Is that a ninja? Where did these ninjas come from? They come out of nowhere. The hand, at least they explain where they came from in Spider Man. Yep, Rogue. Like Rogue Nation with Tom Cruise and, of course, Tank. Uh oh. A lot of action in this movie. John Glenn did a really good job directing this for his last Bond movie. Because after this, like I said, they went in a different direction with new directors in the 90s. I know because GoldenEye was completely different than this. It was completely different. It was bigger budget. You had a different director, Martin Campbell, and then you had other directors that did it as well. Yep, just like Shang-Chi's sister. No, not the Asian girl. Of course, they were gonna kill her off because she's Asian, and this is not an Asian film. There's just the Asians are underused in the film. Ew. A cyanide pill. Yep. Why did you kill him? He didn't do anything to you. The hell is that? That's a weird room. Whose room is this? David Lynch? May he rest in peace. But yeah, he had some weird imagery in a lot of his films. It's like waterfalls. It's a really nice background. Tomorrow I'm going to go out, so I'm going to do my podcast early so I can get it out of the way. Let me shut off the air. It's cool now. It's cool enough. There. Because I don't want to waste it. I'm going to go downstairs soon after I'm done with this podcast. Good thing this movie still works. It feels good in here already. It's not that hot today. It's like humid and been raining all day. We know. Hack the Movies Road reviewing Joyride. Joyride, the 2002 movie, or that comedy that came out a couple years ago that has a bunch of Asians cursing. They're two different films. I did Joyride and Joyride 2. I didn't do this third one because I heard it was bad. I had some coffee today. That's why I'm awake because I don't want to drink coffee at night. I should never drink coffee at night. It should be in the daytime, morning or the afternoon, early afternoon between like 12 and 3, not 6 or 7. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Loopy. It's a cute name, but she's not in the film much. She doesn't do much. Carrie does a lot in the third act, when she shows up again. Me too. Loopy, 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 loopy. 90 minutes in. Idiot. Yep, he's a dummy. That's a nice background, though. All that water. White. I knew she couldn't be the only woman in this movie because I'm like, Carrie, that's real water too. That's a good shot because it's real water. I don't like when they have to use CGI water. I'm like, water is all around us, guys. It's a planet full of water. Earth. Yeah. That's why it made no sense in Signs that the aliens are weak against water. So they're ground type Pokemon? Smoking's bad, Carrie. Don't do it. She's not a villain. If she was the villain, I would have been upset. Because she's not Elsa from Last Crusade. When that happened, I was really pissed off. Don't kill her, Bond. It's not worth it. Those eyes. Look at those amazing legs. Like Annika. Good stuff. A withdrawal. Now they get out of that country. The third act is a really good third act. It really is. It's memorable. There she is in that hat, and this is when she strips to her Tomcats kind of outfit. Just it's in white instead of purple. Oh, um, she does something here that I'm like, again, most women should do this. Oh, you're so hot, Pam. Again, that woman is a goddess among women. Like, there's something that when a woman does like puts it all on the line, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally, I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, what? Again, sexual energy and also sex appeal. That's what most women have when they're natural, when they're actually real 100% women. None of these she males and whatever the hell they're called, No, it's not real. It's fake. Like a $2 bill or a $3 bill. Let me see what the time is when she changes into that outfit. Bond's not wearing shoes. Here it comes. Open sesame. Yep, here it comes. Here comes the money shot of the movie. Here it comes. 94 minutes and a few seconds. Num. Oh, that outfit is so sexy. Ugh. My eyes are gonna go cross-eyed. That was a surprise for me too, because she wears that until the end of the film. Mm. Oh my god, that's the sexiest outfit in any Bond movie. Yeah, suck on that, Rosamund Pike. This is what a real woman looks like without killing other men. I didn't see Gone Girl. I refused to. It's kind of beige, not really white, but it's beige. But mm, 96 minutes in. They bumped into each other. Yeah, this a sexy outfit. Oh my god. Oh baby. It's so hot, and they probably didn't intend that, but this gives Sigourney Weaver a run for her money in Alien because she did that to get away from the alien. But in this one, I'm like, yeah, that's hot, man. That's so sexy. Oh, mm, mm. That is her Tomcats moment. Of course, that's a hotter outfit because she wears it for one scene, and but you remember it. It's for several minutes. It's not for like 30 seconds. Mm, mm. Oh, that estrogen. Oh, yep, yep. There it is. Robert Davi is great. He's a great villain. One of the best villains I've seen in this franchise. I know people like Blofeld, but he kind of became a joke in the later films. Yep, you go in there, a man left alone with his gold. Pressure. 'That's a good effect. He exploded. See, that's a PG-13 rating that they embrace it. They didn't put it at the last minute. It's a really violent PG-13 death. Someone's head exploding. Yeah, that usually happens in an R-rated film. 'That was a hot outfit, but you only see it for one scene, but you remember it. If you're heterosexual like me, you remember it. I gotta go check the mail after this. It's almost done. We're 99 minutes in. What a hot woman. Still, to this day. 100 minutes in. Who sleeps with their pants on? Unless it's cold out. Those chairs are gold. Just nice skin. That's a hot outfit. Mm. I love brunettes so much, man. Mm. These women are so sexy. A lot of people do loopy. Yeah, I mean sleeping with other women. Yes, ma'am. See, she knows it. He's a womanizer. That's how he is in the books. He has to bang almost every woman he sees. That was a cool disguise. It's a good movie. This is my favorite. A lot of people say GoldenEye or Casino Royale or even Doctor No or Goldfinger or whatever, but this is my favorite Bond film. It doesn't feel the longest, even though it's one of the longest of the '80s. Look at that blade. He's got a helicopter. Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care for the Spanish in this movie, but that's just a nitpick for me, just personally, because I hear it all the time. But I don't have to hear it. I'd rather do it now than in September because that's when Hispanic Heritage Month shows up, and I'm like, I don't really care. But I'm doing this a month early, so get it out of the way. There's no Spanish girls in Goldeneye, right? No, no, there isn't one because you have Isabella, who's Polish, and then who's the other girl? Yeah, Famke Janssen is I think Danish, right? Yeah. COVID masks. Yeah. Again, we had to all wear those in 2020 and 2021. COVID masks. We all had to wear them, whether we wanted to or not, from March of 2020 all the way to like spring of 2021. Didn't see Bond there. An hour and 46 minutes in. Look at those pigs. Those black pigs. No animals are harmed in this movie. Okay, you have the pigs and then you have that lizard earlier. She's so convincing. Yeah, now they have to use masks. Still, I use masks when I clean. That's a great shot. There's nothing that's aged poorly in this movie, visual wise. There's one thing I don't like in the film that they did, in the beginning, which is, that Loopy gets abused by her husband because again, he's the villain. They don't show it; they just show her scars. But they would never do that in a Bond movie today, especially with how they want to protect women, completely now. But women don't have to be Supergirl to be, interesting. They could have vulnerability. But Benicio del Toro is not a cameo in this movie. He's in the film a lot. It's just not the main villain. He's a henchman. Look at all that liquid. He has light green eyes or hazel eyes, something like that. She has no shoes on. Mm, mm, those legs are so sexy. Uh, mm, what a woman. Mm, mm-hmm. See ya. I agree. Yep, time to the final act. Fight scene. Fire! There were a lot of fires this year. Fire! The sun's finally coming out. It took all day, but it's fine. At least it's not going to rain anymore. I hope not, because it rained all day. An hour and 51 minutes in. It's a long movie. See this is the only scene where Robert Davi yells a lot. But he's intimidating, man. Throughout the whole film, you never doubt that this man would do something evil. He's just so good, man, in this movie. There she is. Why is she dressed like a druid? I don't know. Because I'm not going to say something else. I'm not going there. Oh. Man, he wants to crush Bond. The Stingers. They always put Bond in a trap, but he gets out. Ugh. And the thing is, Benicio del Toro doesn't have an accent because I've heard him in other films, and he doesn't talk like that. He was the Collector in the MCU in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Yeah, and the end of Thor: The Dark World. He had blonde hair. Of course, Thanos had to kill him. Gotcha. The movie's almost over, guys. There's that music. I could get up because the movie's almost over. It's a little bit too dark because I really need electricity in this room. You see that light up there? It's been dead for years. Hopefully my dad will fix the problem soon. An hour and 55 minutes. Explosions, 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 man. Damn, that guy's dead. Right to the chest, man. Missiles and semi-automatics. It's already 2:58. It's almost 3 o'clock. I'm glad I did this early. Just not early in the morning. There's Wayne Newton again. Ha! Gotcha. Yeah, that's his only catchphrase in the movie. Run. That's a really great explosion because it's real. It's not CGI. If they did this today, that would be a whole green screen effect, wasting $100 million like they do now. Okay. It's a good stunt. That was incredible. Again, they really did that. That was not, you know, that was a stunt double, but it looked really well done. Again, this is before Tom Cruise was doing this crazy stuff in the '90s all the way to present day. And this movie kicks the crap out of the last Mission Impossible because it's not 3 hours long. It's short, long. See ya. That's very Indiana Jones. Mainly Raiders or Last Crusade, yeah, where they throw someone off a vehicle. La Bamba. This movie's not La Bamba. This was after that. Yeah, that's stupid. That music wasn't even needed in the film. You could have cut that out of the movie because I'm like, we get it. There's Spanish people in this movie. We get it, guys. I think we got that in the first hour of the movie when they introduced Robert Davi, his wife, and also his other characters, and Benicio del Toro. I think these headphones are messing up. The movie's almost over. It doesn't matter. That's probably one. I'm gonna have to get some new headphones on Amazon because these are just like no names. I have some other headphones. It's because I can't lower the volume on this DVD player because then I'll stop the movie. They put the volume button the same as the stop button. They shouldn't have done that. It should have been a separate thing. The movie's almost over, so. Okay, mute. I don't want to hear that. It's a great scene, but it doesn't need that music. I'm like, this isn't Fast and the Furious. What is this, Spanish Mario? I gotta get some new headphones because these are old, and they're not a name brand. There's the name. The brand is what is it? Hold on. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. Team Rocket. Does it say it here? Hold on. Wait, yeah, it says it right here. Goover. Goover's not even a name brand I haven't heard of. That's a great shot. I only put headphones because, again, I don't want to get a copyright infringement, guys. Because these headphones don't work with my phone anyway, so. Oh. 3 o'clock, 3:03. 2 hours and 1 minute. It's a long film. Yep, the girl does a lot in the movie. She's not just a side character that does one thing. Unlike Yelena, who does absolutely nothing for me. Yep, you're toast. Sounds like Disney. Yep, of course he kills him. He can't stand people talking down to him. Now we get the standoff and the movie's over. Davi is one of the best villains in this franchise. It's too bad Dalton never got his third movie. I really wish he did. But then he wouldn't have done the Rocketeer. More explosions. That looks like Terminator 2. That will come out 2 years after this. We're almost done. Yeah, trucks don't do that. Again, that's impossible. Trucks don't do pop wheelies because they're too big. Automatic pilot. Well, not pilot, automatic driving because it's not a plane. Flammable. This is worth it. I think these headphones are old. I'm just going to have to get some new ones. I have some more headphones in the house, but I got to get some new ones. Look at that shot. The plane it barely missed the plane, that car. It's an explosive finale. Yep. Flammable. Oh, it says inflammable. Go. You missed. Yep, he's trying to kill him. Look at those amazing legs of hers, man. Yep, take that, Sanchez. Nope, the brakes are cut. This is a great stunt. And here it comes. He's going to jump. Yep. Of course, that guy was smart. He knows that truck is beyond saving now. It's going to blow up. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Sanchez is dead as a doornail. And Bond barely escapes with his life. 2 hours and 7 minutes in. It's a long movie. It's not. I'm not going to pretend this is a short movie, but... And... Well, no, he didn't die. Well, he's going to die, though. The other guy's dead. The guy in the white shirt just jumped off. That's a machete. Loves all because of Felix, yeah. Yep, he burns him. Now he's dead. Yep. Engulfed in flames. That's a really good stunt. Now he's dead. You're not going to survive getting burned alive unless you're the Terminator. This movie has some really good action in it. There's the truck. It survived. One of the trucks survived. And who's driving it? The most beautiful Bond girl I have ever seen in my life. The most, capable Bond girl. Ma'am. You beautiful, beautiful woman, you. So, yeah, David Hedison doesn't die here, but his wife does. Well, she looks nice. Loopy has some nice outfits, too. It's a long movie, yeah. It says over 2 hours, and they meant it. It's not an hour and 50 minutes with... Diamonds are, actually. Look at her beautiful blue Elsa outfit. You're a beautiful, beautiful lady yourself. Again, Carrie, take what's yours. Pam, yeah. Nah, I'd rather be with the white girl. I like more white women than Spanish women any day. It's just my preference, guys. Black women, Asian women, and then white women. Because you know me. Yeah, you know me. That was a good stunt. Yep, he jumped in the water. I wouldn't jump that high into the. Slippery when wet. What a gorgeous woman, man. Still is to this day. Would love to meet her at the convention and just say how beautiful she is and what a badass woman she was. Yeah, it was a fitting end to Timothy Dalton, even though I wish he did one more, but, we don't always get one. This is an insert of the Bond movies. And that was License to Kill, guys. Still the best Bond. And that's it. Yeah, that movie was really awesome. Long, 2 hours and... It's 2 hours and 11 minutes on the dot. Well, 2:10 without the end credits. But this movie's still amazing. If you haven't seen it, watch it at least once. At least stream the movie because it's worth your time. It's very long. It's long, so don't expect to sit there for only 90 minutes. This is one of the longest Bond movies. Not the longest, though. The longest is No Time to Die. That's 2 hours and 38 minutes. It's way too long. It was like endless. But this one's really good, and I would definitely highly recommend it. So thanks for watching. Take care. Tomorrow I'll be doing John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, another long sequel. But thanks for watching, guys. This movie's awesome. Thanks for watching. Yeah!